Today's topic of explanation is origin of Taliban, its conquest of Afghanistan and its current stature throughout the globe. But before starting the video, here's a quick question for you. Who was the last serving Prime Minister of Afghanistan before Taliban took over in 2021? As always, you will get the answer at the end of the video, so stay tuned. So the Taliban emerged in 1994 as one of the prominent factions in the Afghanistan civil war and largely consisted of students known as Talib from eastern and southern Afghanistan. Taliban came into power in 1996, shifting the power away from the Mujahideen warlords. It held control of the country until being overthrown after the American-led invasion of Afghanistan in December of 2001 following the 9/11 attacks. Taliban earned formal diplomatic recognition of three nations which include Pakistan, Saudi Arabia and United Arab Emirates respectively. Taliban have been condemned internationally for the harsh enforcement of their interpretation of Sharia law, which has resulted in the brutal treatment of many Afghans. During their rule from 1996 to 2001, the Taliban and their allies committed massacres against Afghanistan civilians, denied UN food supplies to 160,000 starving civilians. While the Taliban controlled Afghanistan, they banned sports and media. Taliban prevented girls and young women from attending schools, banned women from working jobs outside of healthcare, and women were also required to accompanied by a male relative and wear a burqa all the time when in public. If women broke certain rules, they were publicly executed. Religious and ethnic minorities were heavily discriminated during Taliban rule. According to United Nations, the Taliban and their allies were responsible for 76% of Afghan civilian casualties in 2010, 80% in 2011 and 80% in 2012 as well. Well, now we know why Afghan people are so against the Taliban rule. But now the question arises, how did Taliban came into power in 2021? Well, there are multiple reasons why, but the one that stands out the most are: first, withdrawal of the US troops from Afghanistan; second, Taliban had a potent combination of a well-developed military plan and tactical competence. Also, since Taliban emerged victorious, there have been much analysis focusing on the fact that government forces were greatly weakened by corruption, political disunity and lack of urgency in the Kabul government, as well as the absence of US advisories on the ground. All these things contributed to Taliban's victory and thus allowing it to capture entire Afghanistan. So coming back to the question which I asked at the starting of the video, who was the last serving Prime Minister of Afghanistan before Taliban took over in 2021? The correct answer is Ashraf Ghani. He served as the Prime Minister of Afghanistan from September 2014 to August 2021 and was the last serving Prime Minister of Afghanistan before Taliban took over the entire nation. And that's it for this week's video. Hope you like my content, and if you did, then please like the video and consider subscribing. With that being said, it's me Kaustubh signing off. Until next time, stay safe, stay sane.